Are we on the pitch? Are we on the pitch yet?
We don't know. You keep one eye on it.
I'll keep an eye on the chat. You're up.
Right, sorted. Come on, turn this light up. You know, these apps are all fine and dandy until you lose what they're called. They're not called turn on your lights, are they?
Don't know. I got that. I got this. It's like a switch on the wall.
You did that before. It's like smart light or something.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
I do tend to forget the name of apps very often.
So we're doing that front of curtain bit.
Oh,
Do we have the new thumbnail, Richard?
Oh, we've got the new front of curtain picture.
Beautiful. Oh, is that what we call that? Front of curtain, sorry. Yeah, technical stuff. You're very good.
It's like when we're talking sneaky. Behind that, just I don't know what we're doing.
That's why James messaged me, John, to send me that.
You see. But yeah, a little bit sneaky.
It was an old shot. I can't remember. It was the one with Craig in it, wasn't it?
We've got all sorts. We've got the authentic one, which is the little girl. We've got the John one.
Is there a John
one? Clown. We've got the actual show thumbnail.
Nice.
Sponsored by Rincoe.
Sponsored by Rincoe.
All right, I'll roll the intro.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, let's have a show.
I'll be wet with anticipation for James.
Quite moist myself.
Hey.
And we are visually live.
Oh,
beautiful.
Welcome to the Ideal Home Show, episode 190.
190. 10
190.
That's ridiculous.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Who'd have thunk it? Not the vaping biker, he didn't think it. He was like, nah, 16. I reckon 16.
Oh, who's that? Cheeky voice. Back from holiday. It's only James, sponsored by Rincoe Live. Squonker.co.uk.
I am here.
Amazing.
It only counts.
You hold the stencil and they just shot you.
It does look a bit like, I don't know. You know, this is an XL. An XL, it barely touches me. The bottom of my legs. Asian XLs and tiny.
It is a common. I had to go into a restaurant in Thailand and we had to pick up a shirt before I went in because there was a dress code and I looked like the Incredible Hulk. There's just no way around it. They're fucking mental.
Yeah, I'm a triple XL in Chinese.
Buff rich. He works out, you know.
That's buff. Right.
Yes, so.
Hola!
Hi, welcome to the show. It's going to be great. John. Ask James some questions.
Ask James some questions. James, how was your holiday? How's your week been? What are you vaping on? What are you drinking? What sport would you say you're best at?
Ooh.
Doesn't matter if you're best at. It's relative, isn't it?
Yes, very good. Thank you. Hello. Oh, it is. It's been such. It seems to be such a long time since I've had a little show. Since I've been. I mean, obviously you were here last week with the Dead Air Twins, but it seems since I've been. My holiday was outstanding. It's the first time I've took the little fella away. He's 5. He's 5.5, and it's almost for him really. But it was absolutely brilliant. I loved New York. I love Spain. I love Spanish people. I love the Spanish culture. I love it. I like cheap Spanish lager. I like all of them things. Like warm seas, and it was hot. It was very, very hot. It was 37.
Did little James go in the sea?
Little James went in the sea. Oh man, yeah, it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. We got a couple of lilos, and the thing is, you could walk out like 500 meters, and you would
Awesome.
still you would just up your waist. It was, you know, so you could take them right all the way out. It was bro, absolutely yes. So it was good. It was good. It was family time, and it was lovely. And I really and I miss it. I didn't think I would. You know, when we're only there, I was only there 6 days, and it was like, oh, I'm ready to come home. It's been a bit sweaty, but as soon as you get home, I'm like, I totally miss it, and I haven't felt like that for ages. So that was good. That was good. So
next time, you'll be like, I want that back. I'm getting it.
Yeah, we're already discussing the next one, and that's, you know, we're quite happy just to be taking little days here and there and that sort of thing. And now once you've done it, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
isn't it good? I really loved it. I really loved it. So yeah, it's been good. It's been very, very good, and we'll be doing it again soon. So yeah, okay. Week has been good. Week has been really good. Got the Ideal Vape Mate t-shirts. They're all just about done. Ready for dispatch after the weekend, I think. Yeah, been good. But we're back. I'm over. It's one of the, you know, but I don't feel kind of, but it's been nice to be in a way. So yes, I'm excited. I'm really quite excited to be on the show. I am sponsored by Rincoe this evening. So I mentioned that. Taking note. People taking note. It's 2. Yes. So So I'm vaping. Let's hear what I'm vaping. I'm vaping on some stuff that I don't normally vape on. I'm vaping on something from Rincoe, believe it or not. I'm vaping on my Lugos as always. Took it on holiday. Was cracking. I was a bit dubious about taking a high-endy jobby on holiday, but what do? You take what you vape, don't you?
Take what you vape. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Right. I mean, I do. I followed your instructions to the letter, John. About yeah.
Even the Bonner asks me what to do on his getaway.
You got to double check with somebody who knows. I mean, you're barely in the country, to be honest with you.
I was going to say, we didn't go on holiday. We went to the 15 years. We didn't go on holiday anywhere for the first 5. And then after we broke the duck, we just went every single year, at least once. We always go every single year.
So I'm vaping on the Lugos. The now it's been Italy, it's been to Spain. Oh, it's well travelled. In there is some tobacco crunch with a Viper V2 on top with a whistle on top of there. Cracking mod, love it. DNA 40, same as usual. I am also vaping on this just before I went on holiday. I was tempted to take this away, whereas this is the Nautilus 2S. Not the regular Nautilus, the regular Nautilus 2S. I got this from the lovely chaps at Cuts Ice. And it's got a 1.8 on call in there, same as the regular Nautilus. You can close it down to almost nothing, like you can with the Nautilus. It's a proper.
Why didn't you take it?
Because I got it on the Monday, I went on the Tuesday, and I didn't have enough trust in it to take it away and for that to be me one and only day. I took the Lugos and I took away the Rave Mini. They were the 2 I took with us. I didn't trust it enough to know that it was definitely going to be cool. And plus, I wanted something a little bit smaller and kind of take away with us. You know what I mean? That was kind of that's why I was thinking about maybe taking this. But I've got an out to put it on that was cheaper. The little what's your face? The what's it called? The Pico jobby. The E-leaf jobby that I've got. When you screw it down too far, it cuts out. So I was like, oh, that seems a little bit unreliable. Take it away as a secondary backup mod, so I'm not bothered taking it. But I've been using it all week, and the flavour is dead good. You can close it right down.
What is that? What is it? I thought it was a Nautilus 2.
It's a Nautilus 2S.
2S. They're fantastic. They're brilliant. What coil have you got in there?
I've got the 1.8.
What's new on the S?
0.7's the winner. It's crack.
What's new on the S?
I think it looks. I mean, it looks a little different. The eye hole, the bender eye hole sort of jobby is a little bit different, I think. And also it's got I don't know whether. I mean, the top fill is you unscrew it and then you push it forward.
It's got a top fill. Didn't have a top fill from.
Okay, so that's one thing that's different. The top fill is different. I haven't tried the regular Nautilus. I went for my last Nautilus was a regular
Nautilus 2 was bottom fill. You flipped it and went down the side.
Right. So this is top fill. So you unscrew it a couple of turns and then you can kind of push it forward to top fill. And then to remove the coil, it's got like a child-proof mechanism in the bottom. You unscrew the bottom, then there's a secondary bit that you've got to kind of push and turn, a bit like a child-proof bottle.
Okay, cool.
Bit to remove it out. Dan, what it was just saying on that when I put me ready picture up, that he finds them a bit difficult to change the coils, but I've had no bother. But Dan's got hands like shovels.
Yes, they're mental.
Yeah, he's got his fingers are about the same width as my forearms. Yeah. So you can't really count his opinion to be like everybody else. Your mileage may vary, sort of, Jobby, because he's got these massive knuckle hands. So vaping on that, that's really, really groovy. It's nice to be at 1.8 ohms. I've been building it. I used to build around about 1.6, 1.8 when I first started vaping. It's nice to be back at 1.8. Get away, we're 11 watts. I mean, I'm at 11 watts there. And I forgot to mention, that's on the Delta. Lovely setup. And in there is, it's got no label on, Sergeant Vapor, again, from them Cuts Ice people. And then I'm vaping on this. I want to talk about this in a little while. This is the Rincoe. It's not it's got skulls on. It's got skulls on. Check it out. It's got skulls on. And I've got tobacco crunch in there, and that's at 0.8 ohms, which might be more up your street, but it's absolutely crap. I'll talk about it later. So that's that. I'm drinking. Sorry. Yes.
I just said I'm interested to hear all about it.
I've just cracked open that.
He's got some Spanish beer in.
I've got an Estrella. It's not Estrella. It's Estrella. I cracked that open. I drank a few of them on the Holly Bobs, so I'm just reminiscing. But they're all 5.5%. I don't know, you boys can drink them IPAs at 5.5%. You have like 3 or 4 pints, and you're like, oh, that's not as bad as it.
Gotta get used to it. The king of those beers is Rick. You sit with Rick and he'll go, do you want to try one of these? And you go, yeah, okay. They get you a beer and you go, yeah, it's quite nice. And he goes, yeah, you can't even tell that. 7.3. Fuck off. That's mad.
It is. And they're not kind to you in the morning. They're not kind to you in the morning.
If you stick to them, you clear head. I am, anyway.
Well, that's some advice, some consumer advice there for you people at home drinking crazy IPAs.
Sick.
Okay, so that's what I'm drinking. That's what I'm vaping, and so sport. So that's my weekend and stuff. And holidays were awesome. And sport. I don't really sport now. I'm 44. That's a bit older sport, I think, really. But in my day, I used to run. I used to play rugby for Sunderland. Sort of the Sunderland under 16s.
Sweet. See, look at that. We cracked into a little story. Love it.
Rugby.
Yeah. I can't remember which one it was. It was the one where you have the egg-shaped ball. That one.
That was rugby.
Yeah. That one. He played. You're jumping up and catching the thing in the line, and then the scrum and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, we did that. That was
position.
I was a prop for a bit, probably that. And that's a lot of years ago.
I like it.
Yeah, 30 years ago.
That's a good story.
Yeah. And I used to run and all. I ran for the school and that sort of thing. I did long distance and short distance, now in between 100, 200 and cross country. And I was quite sporty, I suppose. But now, I'm not bad at pool. I'm not a bad little knock a pool ball around. That's it.
Everyone thinks they're good at pool, though, don't they?
Oh,
do they? So is it a challenge?
I'm not. I don't think I am. I think I'm all right. If I'm pissed at my face, I'm a lot better than I am sober. I know that.
I mean, I for a while I was playing American pool. We had an American pool place near me, and I played a couple of times a week. Once with a few mates, and then I'd pop in for an hour and have a little practice. I used to be out in an American pool, but now I'm all right with it. With regular 9-ball pool. No.
Mrs. Yankowski's just taking the piss at you in chat. But under 16 was a very long time ago.
It was. I mean, that's you just talking maths there. I'm not bothered about that.
I like it.
Yeah. Okay, that's me done. God, it's amazing how you can go from like 15 minutes. I was like super excited 15 minutes ago. Now I'm like, we're just back in the swing of things, aren't we? Okay, John, I might as well ask you: Are you sorted there, Rich? You seem as though you're doing lots of stuff.
No, I'm sorted now. I'm fine now.
You're totally sorted. Okay, excellent, Rich. I'm going to ask you the same sporty question because you are a sporty dude. I get the feeling. I know you do. Okay, yes. What are you drinking? What are you vaping? How's your week been? And what kind of sporty things? What are you best at? What's your forte in the sporty avenue, sporty field? What's your sporty thing? Somebody talk, not me.
Hey.
Okay, drinking Dead Pony Club off of Brewdog. Got a few of them. Nice drop. And vaping on just random stuff as per. Still using this new mini Wii. Very light. The tank is just getting worse and worse on it though. It's great.
What tank was it?
It's like just what came with it. It's just like the Citrine 24, I think it's called. But
You really sold it. People are really interested. Worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, I suppose they are supposed to deteriorate. I've got the Blotto from Vaping Bogan that I broke.
You broke it?
Oh,
I've
that's
broken it.
How'd
Do
you
you
break
know,
it?
some companies, I think, some companies are better at some things than others. So, Osmodus and Dovpo, who make this, I think Osmodus and Dovpo make good mods. Shit atomizers. I think even when the design is good, the build quality isn't. And then on the flip side, you've got Watofo, really good atties, shit mods.
Yeah, I'll give you that with Watofo.
Just the way it is.
That's some excellent consumer advice there.
Yes. So the Blotto is a tremendous vape, but I don't think the QC is quite there. I don't think Dovpo are great atomizers. But basically, I somehow jammed the airflow ring thing, and in trying to unjam it, I managed to snap the post.
Fuck.
So yeah.
Oh.
And that was with my finger.
That's pretty shit.
So basically, I nicked the top of, because they've got these big arcing, fancy airflow, 260-degree airflow posts on them, and so basically I've nicked a bit off, so it kind of still vapes, but the airflow's broke inside, kind of thing, and the airflow ring's still jammed.
Have you given them a bit of feedback?
And frustratingly, they only sent me one.
Right.
So it's nothing I can really do about it. But it's a cracking vape. It's a very, very tasty vape. Very cloudy. Totally get the design. The design's quality, but I'm just not impressed overall with the build quality of it. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. And because they only sent me one, I might just have got a bad one. You know. Everyone else seems fine with theirs.
I mean, it does happen, especially where was it? I'm a bit jittery here. Not me internet. But yeah, I mean, that sometimes happens with zinc alloys, doesn't it? Where they're not mixed properly or whatever it is, and you get a weak spot and things like that, or something like that. I'm not
really sort of trivial stuff like the O-ring that's on either part of the glass is not a great fit for the glass. You know, it doesn't really suck the glass to it. Kind of just bumps up against the glass. Little things like that you notice with that is, yeah, I don't know, but it's a bloody good vape if you can not break it.
See, Mark, Mr. Mark Todd's in the chat, and he is looking forward to something we've got coming up. He just put noob. It's coming up. We're going to be talking about the noob.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit, Mark.
Don't worry about it, man.
Yeah, if you want. Actually, we should say, you know, if you want a very diplomatic, watered down review of the Blotto, Mark Todd has actually reviewed it. So
yes.
So check that out. Do check that out if that's your thing. If you want it raw and honest, This guy. But yeah, so that's the thing. Got the tripod still.
You must be loving that because he's been on there.
Yeah, and I've got some, even more parts came for it this week. I've got even more airflow adapters. It is the tank that just keeps on giving.
That's pretty good. I like it when people do aftermarket stuff.
Yeah, it's great. There's literally no way you can't vape this tank now. It's just insane. So there's that, and then there's always the Valerian sticking around. So that's a thing. Lunch? Did we do lunch?
No, but let's hear it, man.
I just had a sandwich.
What was it?
Ham and cheese.
It's a classic. Did you have any pickle? Anything like that?
No.
Just the old plain old ham and cheese.
Really want to taste that ham and that cheese.
We need to know sports.
Sports. Funny one. I suppose I played cricket at a higher level than I did football. Welcome back, James. Yeah, I think I played cricket at a higher level than football. I was bowled out by Darren Goff at the age of 12.
Very good. Darren Goff was 12?
No, Darren Goff was much older than me.
Oh, I was going to say.
He was playing for England when he wasn't bowling out 12-year-olds.
It's a bit of a twat thing to do, isn't it? To 12-year-olds.
There's nothing he could do about it, really. Yeah, played with Michael Vaughan. Played on the same team as Michael Vaughan.
Nice.
Yeah, so I played at cricket at quite a high level, I guess. I played tennis at quite a high level as well. I played against Yorkshire players in tennis. Yes, I don't know.
So what would you say? What would you say you're best at cricket? What were you?
Probably.
A batsman or a?
Yeah, I was a batter. Yeah, I don't know.
We've got you, James, but you have frozen. Oh, you're back.
Just
we've got you, James. Don't stress.
Just style it out, James. Oh, just style it out. So yeah, I don't know. I guess cricket, but I like football, I like tennis. I play golf with my dad sometimes. I'm not very good at that. Yeah, I don't know. Played for all the school teams.
I played for none of them. Yeah. I don't give
even the basketball one. I didn't quite fit in the basketball team, but I tried.
So that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Give it a go. Did your best. Right. My question?
Yep. Same to you then.
Such a dick. It's been a good week. I want to know in chat as well if anyone's had this problem, because I'm just going to put it out there. I was having a good week, and then the Windows 10 update came through like a juggernaut and ruined my fucking life.
Massive
update, and it took out the industrial printer at work and the driver for the industrial printer at work, and I'm not very good with computers at all. And yeah, so
it's kind of Windows 11 now, really.
Yeah, but I spent 5 hours yesterday on trying to get this driver to work and doing loads and loads of shit on this industrial printer, inkjet printer we've got, which was a massive pain in the ass. And I got it to work this morning after sending the computer back in time. But it did cause a lot of other problems because it got rid of all the updated drivers, so I had to do everything again. It's brilliant. So the thing that fucked up my week was a Windows update. That was my shitty week. What did I have for lunch today? Oh, I had some cream cheese and crackers, a plum, and a tangerine. So that was nice. I am drinking on. I'm finishing off. I've got a very nice Australian Shiraz that my wife began yesterday, and I had to put it in the fridge to preserve the taste. And it's just got back down to room temperature, so it's quite nice.
I have to be in the right mood for Shiraz.
It's a good one. It's actually got something to it. A lot of Shiraz has got nothing to it at all, but this is it's quite good.
All body sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes like water. If you get like some of the Australian Shirazes, they're piss. That is in tribute to young Bob, That is a South African Shiraz. It's very nice. And I've got Go Ships on the go as well. So I'm going to mix a bit of red wine, a bit of Go Ship. I'll be pretty shit-faced by the end of the show. What am I vaping on? I have got the classic pipe. James is back, looking delightful. I've got a
Sky Internet, man.
Smock Guardian 3. I've got Sky's wank as well. With a Dwar 16 on top. Inside that, I've got 45 milligram lemon crack. Cheers, delicious. And I have the Artery Pal 2, which I promise I actually will talk about this week, when I promised I would last week, and I did not. Have I got that? Oh, yeah, it's out. Yes, the Artery Pal 2. Inside that, I've got the 0.6 mesh coil, and I've got 45 milligram bantha milk from Vape Swag. For a little tiny starter kit, it really puts out.
Yeah, they've got a lot better at these coil efficiency.
Compare that to a shitty dual. Yeah. Sports. I've got a side. I have got a sport I'm good at. I'm not good at any sport that requires energy. I hate football. Golf is the worst sport on earth to watch and play. My dad owned a cricket team. Weirdly, he had his own business. He bought a cricket team, which is quite funny. So we used to watch them play. I quite like playing cricket. Watching it's just torture. I don't understand it at all. Sport that I'm good at is something that as a bit of a Facebook lefty is quite odd. I'm a pretty good shot with a rifle actually. I've used to fire in competition up to 500 meters with an SA-80, which is the
it's not a sport though, is it?
Shooting's a sport.
It's war.
No, it was targets. It wasn't people.
That's what they all
People
say.
can be targets, John. People can be targets.
Any people, just sort of targets. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm not a bad shot.
You're a crack shot. Are you any good at the fair?
Yeah, I'm not bad with the little the air off stuff. They're always well off. I used to have before I moved in with my delightful wife. I used to have a Logan carbine .77 pre-charged rifle, which some people will know what that is in chat, and some people won't. But my wife did not like having firearms. There wasn't really a firearm in the house, so I sold it when she moved in.
So that's the proper precision shooting thing, where you lay down and everything.
That is, yeah. It was a pre-charged air rifle, so instead of being crack in the barrel and stuff, it's got a you pre-charge it before we fire it, so you can take multiple shots with an air rifle and stuff.
Is that like gas powered, CO2 powered, or whatever?
Like that, but there's a cylinder underneath the barrel which you fill up with compressed air, and you get about 50 shots off it. Oh, it depends on the rifle. The only person I know who's got a rifle like that is Richard Sharp, who used to be on the Vape Fest committee.
Sounds like fun. Mine's brick barrel. I still quite like that, like plinking at targets.
Yeah, it's quite fun.
Yeah.
It's that thing though. When you try and say to people, I like shooting at targets, especially with firearms, I don't want one in my fucking house. I think people find that a weird mix of things. But I totally true. When it comes to firearms, I don't need a gun cabinet. It's fine. I don't mind. I used to fire on the range. Not a problem. Mick Blizzard's still got a GAT air pistol. That is nearly impossible. I remember the GAT guns when you push the end in. Yeah, they're quite wanky, but they're just impossible to hit. And I think that was that. That's the end, isn't it? Shooting done. I'm not bad at shooting. I'm crap with a shotgun. Absolutely dreadful. I've trained in firing pistols and up to assault rifles, but I can't fire a shotgun. Rubbish.
I've never fired a real gun. That's one of my. I think that's a bucket list thing for me to have a go with real.
The right place, the right on a range. It's great.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, I'm not going to rock up in a school.
I know. I was making a point.
Pretty good with a sawn-off shotgun.
Oh, good man. Especially in that
I never missed the bank ceiling.
See it coming. James.
Yes. Oh, yes. Okay.
James. Whoa.
What, yeah?
I didn't finish the announcement.
Okay.
James is now going to do a little bit sponsored by Rincoe.
Sponsored by Rincoe, that's right.
Rincoe, sorry, I said Rincoe. That's something else, isn't it?
They're the people who, they're the KTL people, aren't they? Not available in the shops. Yeah, okay, yeah, I got this in this week, and I want to talk about it a little bit. This is the ticks which I've been using all week. I mean, I've got skulls. I've put some pictures, Rich, of non-skull versions of this. I got this sent for review by the lovely people of Rincoe, and I've been using it all week. I'm not going to lie, I've been diligently using it all week, along with the. I've been all kind of starter kitty this week, the Rincoe and the Nautilus. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. It's not available just yet, but it's coming out really, really soon. It is the Tix pod system from Rincoe. It's kind of a zinc. I like it's a heavyweight little fella. In comparison to the previous pod systems that I've used, which are only a few, it is quite well made. It's more than just quite well made. It's heavyweight. It really is heavyweight. It's got a little magnetic back panel on there, which just slips on there, and it is a pod system, but it's a pod with a changeable coils. You can change the pods, you can change the coils, blah, 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 blah. Let us tell you the dimensions. The dimensions are, it's about 91 millimeters by 43 millimeters by 19 millimeters. So 90 by 43 by 19. It's got a 1,000 milliamp battery in there. It's a 2 mil capacity. Pardon?
It's not bad, 1,000.
1,000. And you do seem to get a canny bang for your buck. I've used it off and on all week. I've only charged it twice. Power is 10 to 20 watts apparently, and that's available in like 3 increments. You've got if you give it a little press here, we've got green, red, and blue. Scroll through them, sort of thing. What you've got there is you've got green is 3.3 volts. Blue is 3.6 volts, and then the red is kind of however much you've got in your battery, sort of thing, like max power, like almost like a mech sort of jobby. The coils got the resistance of the coils that it can take is 0.3 to 3 ohms. However, the ones that go in there, the one I've got in here at the minute is a mesh coil, which is a 0.8, and it is absolutely. I mean, I'm not. Is it as good as a Viper? It's not as good as a Viper, but the flavour is bang on, absolutely bang on. I've got tobacco crunch in there, and it's really, and the vapor production isn't bad. It's got an airflow control system sort of thing.
So how do you have it set right now?
I have it set currently. Well, I had it on the lowest setting. I've been fanning about with it there. So I normally have it on green. And I normally have the airflow control at teeny tiny amount. You can close the airflow control down to nothing, and it's a really tight, warm vape, but too tight and too warm for me. I mean, I like a good mouth
similar to these, isn't it?
Pardon?
Pretty similar to these.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few of them. I mean, John's what's that one that you've got? The John, the Artery?
Artery Pal 2, yeah.
Yeah, this is the Pal 2 Pro.
He's got the latest.
Yeah, really, really similar type of job. You can see the coil system sits in the top. I noticed yours is transparent. The actual.
He hasn't got the door on it.
Pod.
Oh,
the pod. That's. I've used it all week. The only thing that kind of bothers us a little bit is this this barely opaque pod system. I'll pop it out.
Yeah, that's one of the things they changed on this.
Yeah. However, I will. I don't mind holding up the light to see how much juice I've got in there. I don't want a completely transparent drip tip sort of mouthpiece. where you see all the condensation. So I'm happy to do that, to be honest with you. So what was I saying? So 1,000 milliamp battery. Oh, I tell you what, it charges with a C-type USB, which is nice, which is the same.
That's the future.
Isn't it? It's the same as my new phone, my new Samsung Galaxy Jobby. So you just get on, unplug the phone, plug in the Rincoe. I like that about it. That's pretty much it. That's it. Charges at 1 amp. It charges pretty quick for it. It's only 1,000. I see only 1,000 milliamp. That's not bad for the size of it.
No.
I've got the Skull one. I'm giving away on this on tonight's show. I'm giving away the Fire one. But to be honest with you, just the plain. Did you have the pictures up? Rich?
Yeah, carbon black.
The carbon black. The carbon black is quite easily for me the best one there. Just plain black, looks really groovy. It goes in your pocket. It's fairly weeny. I'll turn it around so you don't have to look at the skulls. It's fairly weeny. But it's got a little bit of weight to it. It's got a little bit. I did get some other bits and bobs, so you can see I got the pod system sort of thing is separate. You can see on the bottom that's where your airflow controller is. Just at the bottom, turn it around to spin it around. Takes these little weeny coils. Comes in a box. It's got some instructions. The instructions are all right. But I also got, and this is the one I'm giving away, the one with the fire on there. I got a lanyard with it. You know, people love a lanyard.
People love a lanyard.
People love a lanyard. However, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a lanyard fan, I got this. This is the Tix chain necklace. Now, I haven't even opened this because I was saving it for on the show. So I'm going to look at this. This is the Tix chain necklace. This is for your boys out and about on town. This is for how the hell does this work? So I'm gonna you've got a little thing on here. See the little cut out there. I'm just gonna touch that.
That's what we're missing on these.
Yeah, have you got that on the artery, John?
No, mate.
No, you haven't, have
Can't
you?
you do it with the airflow though? Look.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to take a drag, but you could.
You would.
Yeah, if you were restricted, long kind of lad. How am I supposed to do this? I need two hands. I'm not as organised. Sponsored by Rincoe.
Just see this.
Where's me? I need to write these down because we've got the competition, haven't we? Sponsored by Rincoe.
It's funny, isn't it? It's funny how these trends start, and they're not grounded in any kind of demand. But like iJoy did one.
Yeah, but I don't mind it. If it's something like this, I don't care.
iJoy did it. Make done it.
Look at that.
What else we got? Oh, there was obviously this.
Oh, he's up. Look at that.
Shot that for Instagram. Look at that.
From a high street honey.
Sponsored by Rincoe.
Did they give you a snapback?
They did not. They give us the t-shirt. So anyway, sorry to jump in there, to interrupt you there, Rich. But yeah, that's the Tix by Rincoe. They're available yet. I've seen pre-orders in America for about $38. I've also seen like wholesale for like if you're buying more than 100, it's going to be $20-something. I'd like to say in this country for about 30 odd quid. It's canny, but don't buy the one with the scroll. Get the black carbon 5-1. Like I say, I've got the mesh coils in here. There's also it comes with a mesh coil. It comes with a regular one on one.
I'm really enjoying the mesh because this mesh coil in the artery. You really like it. It's great.
Yeah.
It took a couple of hours to break in. I'm not going to lie to you. I got a couple of not dry hits, but they were warmer than I would have liked in the first couple of hours. But after that, and I've still got the same first coil in. I've used it for. I mean, you'd expect that. I've only been using it for the duration of this week.
Okay. Yeah.
It's kind of a little bit in my reasonably limited knowledge of pod systems. The ones I've used are while being fairly crap. This one is actually decent. I'm enjoying it.
It's not a pod, though. You're changing the coils, so it's not a pod system.
I don't know.
No. James, this is a pod system.
Is it?
Yeah, because he showed a pack and it had an entire pod in it.
Yeah,
no, yeah. Little coils. You showed little coils.
So you've got the pod, but the airflow system, the AFC, it screws all the way off, and you put your new coil in there. So it's like
right, okay. It's just that you showed an entire spare pod.
It's not a pod.
Absolutely. So the pod is replaceable. So you could have a couple of flavors on the go or whatever. The pod is replaceable, and
but the coils are interchangeable within that. You don't throw that away.
Yeah. Is there a normal thing?
It's an AIO, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll call it an all-in-one. I mean, they're calling it a pod system, but I think an all-in-one is probably a better bit of terminology. That's the ticks from sponsored by Rincoe.
And to answer Mark Todd's question in chat, yes, we can categorically say it will be definitely real carbon fibre on that carbon fibre one. James wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. He's categorically stating that's the real McCoy.
I mean, if you're using a high-quality zinc alloy, like the Rincoe fellas are, then you're almost definitely going to use a genuine carbon fibre, aren't you?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're just pulling it off high-end cars and sticking it on there.
Yeah, or Rover Metros.
Yeah.
Rover Metro dashboard.
Yeah.
A few years back. Are we at the end of that?
That's all I'm going to talk about.
How are you going to do the giveaway? Are you doing the giveaway?
I think I'm contractual. I think I've fulfilled my contractual. I'm not really sponsored by Rincoe. That's one more.
You didn't pay for that pod, did you?
I didn't pay, but I didn't pay for that. Well, yeah. But I think I fulfilled my contractual obligations with the.
How are you going to give that one away?
What you've got to do is you've got to listen, and at the end of the show, I'll pop a little. I've already mentioned on the group, but you've got to listen. And how many times I say sponsored by Rincoe, you've got to remember that and then post that.
I missed it. My earphone came out. What was it?
Sponsored by Rincoe. Okay. You'll see how many times I see a sponsored by Rincoe.
Okay.
You don't know how many times you've said sponsored by Rincoe.
He's going to watch it back. I know, James.
No. I'm doing 5-bar gates here.
Oh, okay, fine.
All right.
I'm a pro. That's why.
But it's not when I say sponsored by Rincoe. It's when you.
When I say sponsored by Rincoe, it's just.
Yeah, no. It doesn't matter if either of you two fellas say sponsored by Rincoe, it doesn't make any difference at all. It's only if I say sponsored by Rincoe, then and only then do you count them. Okay, that's all. For people who are just tuning in.
You've already lost.
No, I'm pretty sure I know where I am.
No. I mean, they've lost. They can't win.
You got to be part of the group. It's like the whole encompassing thing.
You've got to be part of the team. You've got to be an OMI. Are we? Am I on now?
Yeah, go on. Talk about
news and bullshit. It's very
news
quick.
and bullshit, John. News and bullshit.
I feel bad. We don't. I'm going to mention this, and it's very brief. I'm not even going to pull up a story because it's fucking pointless. The breaking news this week is that a number of youths in America have been admitted to hospital with injuries to their lungs. The problem with the story, the reason I'm not going to do a link and read a whole article on it, is that it's bullshit. Nobody knows what's in it. We're not talking about vaping. We're talking about what you can put in a pod. Seemingly the counterfeit pods, various devices. Don't know if it's got anything to do with nicotine, or it could be weed. It could be anything. Has this got anything to do with vaping as a whole? Not really. As I put in my notes, we know that smoking is dangerous, but smoking a mattress is far more dangerous. As an adult, you have a choice what you do, don't you? You can.
Yeah, we're gonna get the finger.
It's not illegal to cross the road blindfolded, but it's pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah, we're gonna get the finger though, aren't we?
Yeah, but I think it's an unavoidable fingering because we nobody. There's nothing. You could literally do anything. You could roll up. You could get a pack of Rizzlers and smoke a fucking table if you wanted.
Have they confirmed what it was?
No,
because I've heard it was a dry herb.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't. Oh, what, a dry herb in a vaporizer?
A dry herb vaporizer.
Oh, I've heard it's definitely pods of some sort, but it looks like it's weed.
Right, CBD pods.
No, actual pot. Well, it isn't pot. It's counterfeit, and somebody's been putting fuck knows what in pods. It's called some bullshit like Easy Day or something like that. And yeah, it's
nice.
Yeah, but it's fuck all to do with vaping because you can do what you like. You can Oh no, I won't say that. But you can vape. You can vape what you want. You can smoke what you want.
Yeah, you can mix acid with your wine.
Yeah, but don't do it. Yeah, there's nothing legally stopping you. It's just pretty fucking stupid. Anyway, that's why I'm not doing an article. Fuck it, James.
And so where's that? Is that global news? Is that big news? Is that around everywhere?
We've had it. It's hit all the British newspapers.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Abroad, we've got the whiny, skinny little twat who was in the news last week for perforating his lung when it was nothing to do with vaping. It's spontaneous. It can happen to anybody. Hopefully it won't. Rich.
Oh, hello. I just want to quickly announce the official prize from Cuts Ice for the IBM Raffle.
Oh, exciting!
They are pouring in the prizes. They're pouring in. I've got another one.
But I suppose we could call them our primary vendor.
Yeah. Okay.
Couldn't we? This is their official prize for the raffle. I'm going to read it from obviously Gary, who's our very own Gary, who works at Cuts Ice. Okay, so they are adding to the raffle a Danny box in black with a Rose 3.
Sweet.
And a Trillium pack of Aspire coils and Modmaker wire selection, because they do stock Modmaker wire. 5 packs of our short fill range and 5 packs of our Nicotine Plus range. And then he goes on to say, to clarify that, the range of short fill is 6 flavours in 50ml bottles, so 5 full sets. Same for the Nicotine Plus, 6 flavours in 10ml again. Yeah, so quite an epic prize. And like John just said, the prizes are rolling in.
Yes, got another one whilst we've been chatting away. Trevor sent me a prize over, which I'll let you know. Richard, you can add to that.
Yeah, we'll add it to that thread. There's a thread in the group.
I don't know where we're going. At the moment, I think we were over 1,000 last week. I think we're getting close to the £2,000 mark.
Yeah, I think so. I've got a few more things to add as well. There's a few things potentially coming in from mod makery people.
Yes.
So we don't want to say until they're definite and all that, but
yeah,
some very, very nice prizes coming in.
Don't forget, everybody, it's all for Me and D, the charity. And if you want to check them out, go on facebook.com. It's the blue one with a big F, and look for Me, ampersand, D, D-E-E, and you will find them.
Great charity, great little charity. And like we spoke about, it's I'm sorry to put my fingers there, and it's one of them little. You really help them kind of charities. We all the big charities are great.
Yeah, you'll actually be paying for people's breaks. Like literally, you'll be paying for people's some time away. Then there's families who are going to get it straight away.
Absolutely, the big ones they're all great and they need the money. But with these, I think you feel as though you're making a difference. It's not absorbed in a big pot. I love these little charities. I love that.
That's all admin. These people don't get. It's nothing.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, is that over to me? I think is that over to me now? They want to talk about the Haku inside the Zeta. We spoke about this ages ago. I brought the Zeta to the show ages and ages ago. They've gone out this last week or so. I don't know whether people in the UK have got them yet. They're coming really, really soon. They're probably in the post. DHL's got them or whoever's got them now. You're going to be seeing them land. I saw what was in the pack, and it was pretty much what was said, but there was lots and lots of bits and bobs, and I really, really liked it. We've got a pick, Rich.
Yep.
But what I really liked was there was one little extra thing I really, really liked in there, which it's a stupid thing, and it was probably very, very small amount of money to actually get made, but I really, really enjoyed it. So the Haku inside Zeta update. Inside you're getting obviously the Zeta. You're getting 6 grub screw hex, 2 installed and 4 spares, 6 grub screw flat. You're getting hex and I love that because hex screws do my bracket in. I'm not a fan of hex screws. I'd much rather have a regular flathead or a
goes both ways, doesn't it? Some people love a hex.
They do. They really, really do. And I think if you've got a decent set of hex drivers in that particular size, then they're probably great. However, if you haven't got that particular size and because there's Imperial and Metric and it's a pin, it's just I find them a pain in the arse. Anyway, you're getting both them. You're getting wick screws, 2 installed, 4 spare, and wick screws in hex. So they're doing both of them for both the capture and the grubs. You're also getting hex key in the bag, 2 red spare O-rings, and this is where I really liked it, was the Haku inside 3D sticker for putting on the outside of your billet box or whatever you want to do there. Hopefully you can see they're on there. It's like a Intel Inside sticker, but it says Haku inside, and I really, really liked it. I just wanted to bring it to the show and show it off. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. I mean, you know, little things. Sometimes it's little things.
That's not a little thing. I like it. I like the fact somebody's investing in the products and stuff.
Yeah, very, very cool. Very, very cool.
Very cool.
Okay, so that was that. I've got more things to say, but is that me next? Is it?
I don't think so. Oh, it does drop back to you. It's you with the airbender.
Okay, the Airlander. Okay, this is a really, really quick look. This is from Infinity Mods. I've got a couple of pics which I uploaded today. Rich, this is from Alessandro at Infinity Mods. I've got no details on this. He's on his Jolly Bobs. I didn't want to interrupt his holidays and ask him questions about who, where, and when. It looks like an 18350. It looks like a sci-fi mechanism. Other than that,
I like that,
isn't it? But this fella can design. He really can design. I love the stuff he did he's done on his own with Infinity Mods. I love the stuff he's contributed with Sunbox. I love the stuff he's done with them.
It's okay, because he's not in charge of the fucking repairs.
I really think he's a great little designer. I think this looks cool as. I like it. That's the IM Airlander. I've also got another little thing to quickly look at. The Minibox 350, which we spoke about in the past, from Nicky. He's done it. We spoke about it 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago. He's posted on the group. You know, he's one of us. He's a normie. He's done a single-sided version. The previous one that we showed you, this is the Minibox 350. It's a 350 got an internal sort of, you thing. You put your I don't know what's got. You know, one of them. And he's done a single-sided version. The previous one had panels on either side, which I quite liked. I like this look at that. But he's done a version which is available to order, which is also just a single side. If you don't want to faff on with 2 panels, you want a nice plain side of it, and then a door on the other. That was the 2 quick things, really, really quickly. The IM Airbender from Infinity Mods. I'll get some more information as soon as I can. And the Minibox 350. Single-sided version. Okay, John,
yes.
Won't somebody think of the children?
Won't somebody think of it? Yeah, it's a Simpsons quote that has lasted forever. Gonna go with The Guardian. We've got friends at The Guardian. They think we're irreverent. Yeah. Which is great. I like to be irreverent. This was the headline they went with today, which I quite liked. And I was talking to a person who we've already spoken about tonight, but it was outside of. It was a personal conversation, so I can't quote them. But I was talking to him about this. The Guardian's headline on the 11th of August, on this Sunday, was "Can we stop America's teen vaping epidemic arriving in the UK?" Okay, and we're going to kind of go with the opening paragraph. At Grace's school, it doesn't matter if you're the coolest girl in the class or the quietest. When you get up to go to the toilet, you take your jewel. It doesn't matter if you're 11 or 16, like Grace, who was when she first started smoking the slick black electronic cigarette. She wasn't smoking it then. Depending on your gender, you'll tuck the USB device into your pocket or your bra, knowingly risking suspension for a hit of mango-flavoured nicotine. Last year, Grace's school implemented a new policy. If 2 kids go to the toilet at the same time, they're automatically assumed to be dueling. It's really funny because you can't pronounce it any other way than saying dueling. Fuck you. It does impact people in the school, says Grace, now 17, who, like all teenagers in this piece, has had her name changed to protect her identity. Grace is originally from England, but attends a private school in Switzerland. You've got kids getting up every 5 minutes to go to the bathroom because you know they can't focus without a hit. There's something really...
Let do it in the classroom.
It's all sensationalist bullshit, but...
Yeah, but that does seem a bit of a... logistical nightmare. Just let them do it in the classroom.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Do you know
what's
that
the fucking worst that can happen?
when we were
They
chatting,
just look cool as shit.
that's one of the side effects they list, actually.
Look cool af.
That look cool as shit. Right. So what I was talking to somebody else in the vaping industry today, and we were having a chat. There's an upside to a downside. So there seems to be a swing in the media currently in the UK going against your pocket devices, like your Juuls and your Blues and stuff like that. Which as an industry, it could be a double-edged sword because yes, it's vaping, but they're going against the easily hideable things, which is not what our section of the industry is all about, really. It's not really about that at all. You can't really nip to the bob with it in your bra. It's difficult. Well, I suppose it depends how big your bra is.
Smack them.
But these pocketable, tiny, slim devices, pushing back against them, the only people who make them currently in the country, the ones that we know of, have got massive investment from cigarette companies. One being Imperial Tobacco, and the other, obviously, being John. That's gone out of my head. Let's get going with it.
Blue.
Morris. Sorry, John.
Blue.
Changed his name. That's Imperial. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Is it a save the children?
Smack them.
Paul is saying Ros could get a lot of mods in her bra. That's cheers, Paul. You can meet Ros. She'll be at the. She'll show you exactly how many mods you can get in her bra.
But do not try and put any of your vaping devices
in Ros's
in any ladies' underwear at all at the vape meet. That is not acceptable. I just want to.
How is it different to anything ever?
Yeah, it's not.
Kids do naughty stuff, and that's why you have to smack them
constantly.
Yeah, really, but how is it any different?
It's not. It's absolutely not. Well, it is different. It's different than smoking because they're not doing themselves the damage we all did. Ooh,
it's nowhere near as harmful as heroin.
And that is really you. I mean, you can hide heroin so easily.
Yeah, I can. I don't see how it's any different to anything ever. Except the only difference is it's actually not that bad.
it's quite true. And they're sneaking off and eating diet food in the toilet rather than full fat food. The fuckers.
It's just the same as going around the back of the bike sheds for a skinny latte, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true. Actually. Yeah, fuck. Well, this is anyway. It was the Guardian's piece, but Rich has made me laugh quite a lot. They save the children. I don't really know because
from what?
I agree. It does seem quite an odd thing to do, and the thing is, they're really blatant about it.
There is this. Can they not wait until the break time? I mean, kids, they're only there like 6 hours a day. They get a break in the morning, they get a lunch, and they get a break in the afternoon.
Don't let them go to the toilet.
Don't let them go to the toilet. Yeah.
I did think that as well. I did think, well, don't let them leave the classroom. Well, you say that. I do remember a girl at school who was renowned because she asked to go to the toilet, and the PE teacher said no, so she promptly pissed herself. Well, I mean, that takes some control. It's instant.
Vajanko's nailed it in chat. If the teachers vaped, it would become uncool.
That's true.
So you just get the teachers dueling it up left, right, and centre.
I was going to add that the odd thing is that whereas when we were underage smoker, did you? Well, when I was, everyone had their like hiding spot where they would be on a lunch break or whatever smoking. But teens who vape, they don't hide at all. They just stand outside the shop and do it. Not my shop, the co-op down the road, but they just stand outside and vape with their blue pens. Because it's not that bad. That's the struggle, isn't it? Because it's not smoking, you know? When you've got 10 Benson edges.
Just tell them off.
And then
these things that are wrong. I don't.
Anyway, I've driven down a cul-de-sac and Richard keeps pointing me back. James, the noob.
Oh, yes, the noob. Oh, yeah, I saw this today. This is the noob by...
This isn't sponsored by Rincoe.
This is not sponsored by Rincoe at all. No. This is... And it's not sponsored by anybody. In fact, I'm not sponsored by anybody. But this is the... this is the noob by Proteus Project. I saw this today. This is another one of those kind of all-in-one devices. Not like the... I mean, it's not the Ticks by Rincoe, but it is the noob box by Proteus Project. It's another all-in-one that kind of utilizes the burra tank that people use in those all-in-ones, and also originally...
It's like a poor man's tick, isn't it?
Pardon?
It's like a poor man's tick.
It is. It's like, well, or maybe it's like a stupid man's tick. Ticks, not tick. Ticks. Tick is something entirely different. So this is I want to say it again. It's the new box by Proteus Project. It's you put a burrow in there, you don't get a burrow. I saw it today and I was like, oh, that's quite interesting. But on the thread that I saw it on, it wasn't very well received, I'll be honest with you. So, but I'll give you some details anyway. It's an all-in-one device using the little boxes. Burra tank. It is. It's a MOSFET. It's got the Infinium MOSFET in there, which is one of them kind of 3 clicks on, 3 clicks off. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that I read this and I was like, well, that's quite interesting. Apparently, at some point, you're going to be able to. I've got pics on screen, Rich.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Apparently, at some point, you're going to be able to switch out the switch FET for a DNA 60 in a kind of a module sort of affair, which seemed like that's. I mean, that's pretty cool. If people will buy it and then want to.
You haven't got a shot of the back panel,
a bit weird, but I like that idea.
Well, yeah.
I'll be honest with you, the vast majority of information I've got on this is about the switch FET.
How much?
I'll tell you the price. The only one I could see today was on a Canadian site, and it was at about 300. It was 300 something Canadian dollars, which works out at about 200 English pounds for now, depending on what happens in the future.
How much did you have an exact money?
Yeah, it was like 199.90 or something like that. Yeah, in pounds. So it was just under £200. I can give you some more information. It's available in black. It's available in grey. You put the burrow in there. It's a switch FET. It's the 2.5 switch FET from Infinium, which does blah blah blah. Unlock 5 clicks. Still more 3 clicks. 0 power consumption or thereabouts. 50 amp limit.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Pardon?
18350.
18350 battery.
Be all right for half an hour.
I mean, it looks all right. The button looks a bit.
Again, I mean, the response basically is what was expected, which we kind of like Joe was talking about before the show, and he's correct. Like, it does look good. It's a sexy little thing. 200 quid, which is what's kicking off, you know.
Because it's not much more than that and certainly a second-hand. But
well, when you're talking the UK, so I thought I'd just check. Steam Island have got a billet box Rev 4B, which is it was 29999. So it's 100. It is £100 more, but 18650, and it's obviously DNA 60.
But remember that this is it's just a switch FET, and that is not the delivered price. You've got to see an extra 20 quid or so on top.
Yeah, there's nothing in it
for your postage. So it's not a massive amount of difference. For the DNA 60 module, I don't know what that's going to cost you. It's probably good. I mean, the board itself is what, 40 or 50?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that'll be deal.
Yeah, it's not going to be cheap. It's not going to be cheap. It looks pretty cool. Is it going to be one of them things that people are going to be like, I've wasted money?
It's very pretty.
You can't get away from that. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's a pretty. I do agree. I think it's a pretty handsome device. would I rather spend a little bit more on a genuine billet, or would I rather spend like £80 less on something like the 50/50 from Limelight?
Yeah.
It's in a weird kind of middle ground there. I don't know whether it's going to be popular or not.
But I think that there's lots of. That's a bit of a shame. I don't have my billet box in shot at the moment. You're not. It's relative, isn't it? There's lots of people kicking like not happy, but if you were going to buy, so say you were going to go to Evolution and get a billet box, they're out of stock at the moment. But let's just say, so a billet box Rev 4 is going to cost you $279.99. Comfort bridge, so you can use a fucking Nautilus, whatever. Yeah, Nautilus.
Yeah.
Is $34.99. That's without the coils. So if you're 310, that's no tank. You still haven't got the tank yet. What's the tank? 30 quid.
For about 20 something, I think.
20 something. Okay, so you're 330 before it's functional. It's not functional.
This is exactly the same.
It's not functional.
Yeah. So exactly.
So it's relative, is what I'm saying. I'm not defending the price, but I am saying you've got to take it as a relative thing. Mick Blizzard saying you still got to buy the tank before you use it. You still got to buy the tank before you use the fucking billet box. It's exactly the same thing. That's not having a go at you, Mick. But it has to be relative. You have to keep it. You have to say, am I comparing like for like?
Wait for the 1881650 version.
Yeah. If you've already got a billet box and you've already got a comfort bridge and you've already got a vape shell, then now it's a different thing. I don't know. You got a spare, then you can go to the pub. I mean, the billet box isn't that big, but
it's not going to vape any better than the Rincoe.
Get a crappier one that's the mech.
It's not going to vape any better than the Rincoe.
No, it won't.
No matter what you put in it.
No.
And it is much bigger, and certainly looks much bigger. I've not got dimensions, but it looks much bigger than the 50/50 from Limelight. Looks.
Oh, fair enough. Matt Waits is saying the billet comes with a bridge and a tank. It's not what it says on Evolution. I was just on there. It doesn't mention that at all.
Yeah, it should.
Well, Chris is saying it comes with a burrow. Fine, it comes with a burrow, but that's not a thing. It depends. I think it depends.
The classic bridge, isn't it?
Well, what?
It's the classic bridge, so you can use those pre-med coils.
Yeah. Well, mine came with nothing. Mine came with the billet tank. That was it.
Yeah, I think when I bought mine, it only came with a burrow, and the idea was that you put your at the very, because the thing is, at the very bare minimum, you can put a carto in there. Essentially, you know what I mean? That's what it was originally designed for. That's when I first had a billet. I had cartos ready to go.
It comes with a Kanga bridge, direct from billet box. It comes with a burrow and a Kanga bridge.
The Rev 3 didn't. The Rev 3 just came with a burrow, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah. Well, my Rev 4 was a gift, so I wouldn't know.
Different kettle of fish. But that's the what did I say it was called? It's the noob. The noob. I don't know why it's called the noob.
Yeah,
I don't think it's. I like the name. I think it's fine. I think it's a name. It's a word that's used in vaping, so I think it's fine.
It is. So that's from Proteus Projects. Have a Google if you want to get one. I don't think we're allowed to mention where you can buy things anymore.
Yeah, you can mention them.
It's fine. You don't work there. You don't.
You just can't link.
Is that what it is? Can't link. Okay. It was some Canadian company. I can't mention all link, to be honest with you. I've got limited information. I'm more interested in.
They've got it at e6andstuff.net.
Sponsored by Rincoe. Lovely. Thank you, Rich. Okay, John, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
My PayPal.
Right, I'll do it now because I haven't done it yet. 2 weeks for the artery. So I got this was every so often I noticed a young Mr. Mark Toddlington using one of these, an Artery Pal 2. So I bought some for the shop that we own, and I thought, yeah, you know what, I should really take one away and see what it does. So before we went to Bruges a couple of weeks ago, on a Thursday, I picked one of these up, charged it up, filled it up, and left the house with it. I didn't only have that; I had the pipe as well, but I did have this. For anyone who doesn't know, I mean, it's an incredibly simple little device. It has got a tank like that. There's a coil that's replaceable in the bottom, so it's an AIO, not a pod system. You can't change the drip tip. That is what you get, but it's comfortable enough. Oh, and you fill it up, removing this plug here and filling it up sort of sideways, but it quite works. It works quite well. And then you put it back in the tank. In the mod, and it's 5 clicks on and off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The little light system, it's not very exciting, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It comes back on. It's got a fairly small battery. It lasts me about half a day, remembering I've got 45 milligram in there. But the incredible thing about this, I don't know if Richard, how many times you've charged up the latest one, Richard?
Couple.
But it takes about half an hour, 20 minutes to charge it up.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's so fast.
But it's like 900 mAh, 2 amp, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's
That's pretty good.
I've got the 0.6 mesh coil in here. The first coil I put in it lasted me 8 days. So I probably filled it up. I was trying to work out how much I put through it. I probably put about 20 mil through it. So I probably filled it up about 10 times. It will go from, it's got adjustable AFC, but it will go, it's got an AFC, that's what I mean. It will go from absolutely butthole tight to like a restricted lung hit. And I think that's fairly ridiculous for a little mod like that. If this was around when I stopped smoking, well, it would have been incredible. Because it's, for me, for a noob, for a newbie kind of vapor, I think they're great. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Oh, the other thing is, I will say, it's an aluminium, the whole thing's solid aluminium. And it's anodized, not painted. I've had this in my pocket for a week. I don't carry mods with any sort of care. I've had it in my pocket for a week, and there is no scuffs, nothing. I've dropped it about 5 times, and because it's anodized, not painted, it doesn't chip. Well, you know, it's fucking hard as hell. I think they're great.
How much do you know what they're made for, John?
30 quid seems to be about what average they're doing. About 30 quid. I know you can get cheaper. I've got no problem with that. That people are selling them for cheaper. People are spending and selling them for more. But yeah, I've got rates to pay and stuff. But we don't sell them online. We only sell these in the shop. So it's totally different.
Do you do all the schools?
Well, I don't. But it's very similar. When you showed it, I thought that's really, really similar.
Yeah. It seems it's a way forward, isn't it? These little
Alex is saying, is it a sales pitch? You can't buy it unless you walk into my shop. You can't buy it. So I'm saying you can get it cheaper online. There's not many people who say that. We're the only company I know that sells as liquid in the shop for the same price as we do online. So exactly the same kit. You can walk in the shop, pay for the same thing. I've already paid the fucking rates. Doesn't make any odds to me. So you do it like that. It's not a sales pitch. But if you want a mod that you can, if you're going down the pub, it is the perfect pub mod. It's tiny, absolutely tiny. I like it.
Cushy.
I think there's so much choice out there now for newbies, and if it was a choice between a Juul and that, I'd be a fucking idiot to pick up that. And well, it works with 80/20 liquid because that's what's in it. The end.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. I've got one, like John said. I've got the Pro version. Only a handful of minor changes, really.
It's slightly bigger, isn't it? It's a bit wider.
I don't know.
So who are they made by?
Artery. EH Pro, basically.
Oh, and designed with Tony B.
And he'd be sponsored by Age Pro.
You do.
Yeah, but they're like John says, the coils are very impressive.
Really, really are. For what they are. For when fuck me, it's very hard not to think back to 4 or 5 years ago when you were just. There's an ongoing joke that I do, which is the Nautilus coils, the QC on them used to be unbelievably bad. Out of a pack of 5, if you got 2 half decent coils that lasted longer than sort of 4 or 5 days, you felt like a fucking god. Because some of them were so shit. But they can't afford to do that now, so they're knocking out coils that work. I'd love to see stuff like that, stuff like this for sale in supermarkets. You know, if that's what we're doing, if we're talking about getting people to quit, fuck Blue, fuck fucking Juul, just knock these out.
Yeah.
How do they compare?
Cool.
Which one was the Orion? Dominic's just saying, how do they compare to the Orion? What's that?
Oh, that's this one.
Oh, I don't know. I've not had an Orion, but Richard would say.
These are a bit sexier, but the vapes know better.
There you go. And are they cheaper?
Considerably.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, these are lost vapes. It's lost vape prices.
There you go. There's the answer. Buy 2 of them. And look slightly less sexy. Don't matter, Dom. You've already got a wife. You don't need to look sexy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think, well, Dom's got that covered anyway.
Oh, yeah. It's a whole bag of sex.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Keith Jones popped in
ton of
today
sex.
and bought himself one of those. And he's on it now. Me and Keith had a coffee.
Yeah, it's tidy. It's a very tidy vape. So much better than the past.
Yeah. It's not. It doesn't compare to a rebuildable because it fucking won't.
Yeah.
It won't. Are we back to James? Oh, we trying for Ferrari.
No. I've got one more very sexy thing to look at. This is it's about a week old, this news, but I wasn't here last week. So what we've got is we have got the 21700 DNA 75C Scott prototype from Mr. Scott Bonner at Turnwood FX. It's based on the Cali design. It is a beautiful looking mod. We've got pictures, great pictures, always from
yellow
Scott.
and red.
Yes, that's the fella.
Yellow and red, yeah.
On screen now.
Lovely. Okay, so this is the latest incarnation of the Cali from Turnwood FX from the beautiful Scott Bonner. This is a 21700 version. It's a larger version, all round of the Cali design. It looks great. The wood stabilized by Scott himself. This one here that I'm showing you on screen, or that Rich is showing you on screen. Rich is showing you on screen.
Yeah, on screen now.
Beautiful. Is a spotted horse chestnut mixed with a deep red and pearl resin. It's a DNA 75C. The DNA board is completely shut off from the bottle and the battery system. It's in its own little area, and this is a great idea. This is a really great, because you've got the board and the bottle quite close to each other there. Scott's decided to totally isolate the board, so there's no way that the juice can kind of get in there from the internal sort of thing. I'm doing lots of hand stuff.
Keep doing the hand stuff, man. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah. The Switch uses his own custom design Mytech housing made from the same materials as the body of the mod, which matches really beautifully. Obviously, it's quite a big chap. It's quite a big chap. But remember, it holds an Monster bottle, which is about 9.2 mils of juice.
It does.
So nearly 10 mils of juice in there. It is 85 millimeters by 62 millimeters by 34 millimeters. So, I mean, it is quite big, but we've had Chinese 18650s that have been bigger than this by far. Massive mods. So for a stabilized 21700 DNA 75C, I don't think the dimensions are that bad. It's got nearly 10 mils of juice in there. It looks absolutely glorious. Obviously, Scott's pictures are always great, but you can see the wood is great, the design is great. It's based on the Cali, and it looks absolutely great. He doesn't really put a foot wrong, in my opinion. I haven't got a price on it at the minute. It's probably going to be a little bit more than the original Callies, but they weren't that bad. I mean, I think they were around about the late 200s, early 300s. I can't remember exactly. Oh, it's going to be
very good.
A party motor. You could use it every day, but for me, it would be a down by the side evening mode. I don't know. It's cushy. It's absolutely cushy. It looks great. I think that one hasn't. I don't know whether that one's even for sale or whether that was just the proto that we just showing off. But it looks cushy. I love it.
Very
I absolutely love it. That's Temple Effects. He's got a Facebook group, and he's got a Facebook page, and he's got a website. Use your fingers and the internet, and you better find them things if you're interested in buying something like that.
Turban Effects. Scott's the daddy.
He is. Yes.
Yeah, it was his birthday the other day, Scott. If you do happen to be watching, happy birthday. We all adore you. It was very easy to get people to say happy birthday because I don't think you know how important you are.
Yeah, and Scott, 50 is no age anymore. It's not something to worry about. Yeah, just carry on doing what you're doing. You'll be fine.
Absolutely.
50 is just a number.
If anybody's ever really that inclined, you should go on YouTube and type in Scott Bonner ice hockey, because he was an ice hockey goalie, young Scott Bonner, and there was a video of him hurling an ice hockey. What's it called? A bat. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Across
Stick.
the ice hockey stick. That's the across and getting sent off. I think. Very good. James.
Yes.
Are you look at him? Oh, he is.
You know what it is? We've got 3 weeks worth of try for 12 hours to get through.
Really aroused. Oh my god.
All right, well let's be brisk then.
That's Victoria.
Well, let's whiz through. We've got some good ones. We've got some really good ones. We've got some.
Right, shit.
We've got some stuff. I've got no idea what it is. Okay, but we all know the rules. You see something that reminds you of vape, and you send it in. Put it on the show. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
It looks like an invoice.
Okay, this is from Andy Fairchild. If you look closely, TPD.
Really close.
TPD. Andy Fairchild, TPD. Remind him of vape. But next one.
Oh god,
it's Moss from It Crowd.
Yeah, this is Bob Clark.
It's already a word.
But it reminded him of Try Patava.
No, next.
Okay. Kieran McBride.
It's a salt and pepper grinder.
No, it's not. It's the coil in front of it.
It is the blue coil.
The picture.
All right, mate, calm down. Don't be silly. I'm looking at the thing.
Oh, Castrol pods.
Lovely. This is from Chance Watson. This is his first try at Patava. Let's be nice to Chance.
It's good, that one.
It was good. Castrol pods. Nice. Next one.
Oh, it's a thigh pad, I believe, for a cricket.
It is. It's a crickety thing. It's a It's a doubler. We've got Salix and we've got Pod 1. That's from Chris Morrow.
It isn't bad.
Not bad. It reminded him of it. We sent in before on the show. Next one.
Non-dog shit. What's this?
Victor Star Store.
Yeah. This is from Chris Phillips. Another long-time viewer, first-time try Batava.
You haven't done well. You haven't.
I don't know whether it's some sort of marital lead. I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know. Finger store.
3D pen with LED. Right, drawn in the air. You draw in the air. It's 3D pens. Amazing future. Next one.
I love this one. That's my favorite.
Is that supposed to be? Yeah, I thought it was. That was from Kieran McBride. Very abstract.
I really, really liked it. When I saw it, I knew exactly what it was.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's Kieran McBride. Next one is.
Oh no, he hasn't because James beat him. But this is very, very close.
This is Sky TV on pause.
He looks just like McMuffin.
It is.
He looks like
McDiddley.
McDiddley, McDermott, McMuffin.
McDonald. Yeah, that's from Colin Durant. Next one. Craig Nichols, I think.
Some kind of circuitry.
Yeah, loads of batteries. Loads of batteries. Remind him of it. Send it in. Another one. This is the one that I think. Is this the Toyota one?
Yes. What my fucking name?
This is the one that inspired Bob Clark to send the one.
I like that one. Yeah, I did like that. Triumph Tower. Yeah.
Toyota. Nice.
Ta.
Yeah, nice. We like little Craig. Another one from Craig.
Oh, an RC car.
It doesn't count.
It's got John Martin on it, John.
His name's Jonathan. He's a fucking knob, and he's changed to John. He's like the bane of my fucking life. When people get, is your name Jonathan? No, it isn't. It's an H in it, you bellend.
Does that happen to you a lot?
Loads. It's really annoying. People have actually asked my wife, do you call him Jonathan if he's done something wrong? She goes, no, because his name's not Jonathan.
Wow, that I can't believe that people are so dull as to say that here.
Well, really, like I added an H to make it weird. Yeah, and John is older than Jonathan in names. It's older, John, not Jonathan.
Wow, people in the world are just so dull.
They really are.
Yeah,
Do you ever call him Jonathan? Well, not really, no, 'cause that's not what he's called.
well, I'm surprised at that. Okay, next one is Daniel Thornton.
I've got what you meant. I get it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a guy
good.
taking a picture of a baby.
Well done, that. Well done it. Okay, next one. Colin, Darren.
These days, are you? That's the
This is a license plate for an Audi.
an illegal license plate for now.
Probably B1, B16, BI6, B16. Yeah, there's no I's. B16.
What is it? I don't get what the thing is. What's that?
How's it a Travava?
Big head.
Ah,
Christ almighty.
that is not though, is it? It says Big Hicks.
It does.
Well, it doesn't even say big.
Yeah, it says BI.
But how are you? It reminded me of a bit when he sent it in. We know the Darren Fuller. Nice one.
Earphone tips.
Yeah, Dave Cutton. Drip tips.
Yeah, drip tips a bit, I guess.
I mean, compared to the bag of shit that have been passed, yeah, it's brilliant.
Nice.
Relatively speaking, you're a fucking.
We'll take it. Let's move on.
Cigar punch.
Danny Murphy, yeah, cigar. It looks.
I like it. I like this. Could be an all-in-one. Like it.
It could. I mean, that finish also reminds me of like 2012 mods where they had that kind of. In again, we're doing that gunmetal thing.
This is. But the thing is, I know what the next picture is. So it's like Derry kind of went nice house, and then he just got a petrol bomb, and then next image, and then Derry burnt the fucking house down with a pod from Persil.
Bold. 3-in-1 pods.
Pods.
No.
John's not having that. He's not having it.
Oh no, it's wank. That's terrible. Derry.
Next one.
Good shit, mate.
PM. Brexiteer.
Yeah, is this just because it mentions Aldi and Lidl? Is that why it reminds? I don't.
Yes, that was the idea. Yeah, I agree. It doesn't count.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but then Fizz was just getting desperate because then he just wanted to use the word cunt in the next one.
Yeah, that is the one that's next.
Yeah.
It's
just me. It's fine. I don't like Aldi or Lidl, and I like the word cunt.
Yeah.
Things that remind you of John.
I
like it.
World's smallest and most portable tire inflator.
Does look like a fucking mod.
It's not bad at all, is it? That's from Gareth.
That is it.
Gareth Goff. Nice one. Thank you very much.
Out of hell. Gareth is.
I like that it says that it's smart.
Yeah.
Does it become self-aware, has it?
Powerful and quiet.
Ego. Power Plus.
Yeah. Ego. It's good. The Ego. Remember the Ego? We all remember the Ego. Remind him of it. That's Gareth Goff again. I think he's done well this evening. Gareth Goff, well done. Thank you very much for sending him in.
Go to the next one. I don't even know. I didn't even get what the fucking next one is.
I'm not entirely sure myself. However, he
flash forward to IVM.
That's what he said. So I think the general gist is that there's going to be, because there's a lot of blokes on the.
Yeah, we've got the ladies.
Yeah, I've got some ladies.
We've got ladies.
I mean, it might have been a lady who took the photo.
We've got Max. Max Morgan's going to be there. Paula's going to be there. Rosal's going to be there. There's going to be. There will be. Mrs. John will be there.
Yeah,
it's still might be busy in the loo. Still might be busy in the loo.
Definitely some ladies. And don't forget, sponsored by Rincoe. Next one. These are from me. Careful. Is that what we're looking at?
Merch.
It's not bad. We like it because you were on holiday. And that's
merch.
Right, merch. We're on the merch one. Reminders of Vaping. Next one.
Hyundai.
This is the Careful Light.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. They're all
KFL.
out of order. Sorry.
This photo actually reminds me of my hulls more than many of me holiday photos because I had to walk past that car. It was parked in my hotel car park, and I walk past it every single day. And now I look at it, I go, look how lovely and warm it looks over there. Next.
They look all right, those Hyundai Tuscans.
Next.
Graffiti that says smock.
Yeah, smock. Tightness, tight. Reminds
The
me of
person
it.
that did that probably has a smock.
Probably did. They probably read it.
Just tend to be subhuman scum. Use those things.
Come in with a smock have come out with a pod device, and unbelievably, it's shit and it doesn't work. Weird.
E4, the girls who aspire to be porn stars.
Yeah. This reminded somebody of vaping. This is James Hall. Thanks, James.
I like the idea. I like the idea that this.
I'm saying let's move on. Are you still talking about it, John?
No, I'm going to talk about it because I like the idea that you need propaganda to put people off. Like, I don't want to do porn because you have to put that up your ass. I mean, there are worse things about doing porn than that.
Yeah, I mean, that's good practice anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I do it. Yeah. Why the fuck not? Caft. Oh, this was amazing.
It's good. It's really, really good.
What? It looks so much like Benji. I pulled me. The second it went up, I was like, it's Benji.
Is that it?
Yeah, it looks a lot like Benji Lind. Looks a lot like him.
It really does look like Benji.
Next.
Love it.
Cannibalism.
This is from Johan. I think we've got a few from Johan this week.
He's trying to do Fizz or something.
Fizz, yeah, because Fizz is ginger in it.
The key with Fizz is no one gives a fuck about Fizz. That is the real key to working it.
Poor Fizz. Poor Fizz.
Poor old Fizz. No one fucking cares.
Next one. This was a late entry. This is from Johan again.
I'll have that. That was
breaking news.
Yeah. It's got big old stacked.
Oh, okay.
I will say my comment that I put on there, which is kids love vaping. He is the Pied Piper of pedos.
Who is this then?
I don't know. Some Catholic bellend.
Right.
That's all you need to know. Stupid out. Yes!
White gold.
The John Martin section.
I made it!
White gold. Go on then. What's this?
What was that? White gold. Oh, I lost. Oh, that's my things are all out of sync. I don't know where you are.
Yeah, the wrong way around, John. So this is white gold. Can you explain this one? Find it.
Yeah, white gold. Oh, I've got it. White gold. Because the liquid. There's the liquid called white gold. I sell it. It's by a black box, a pistol. They sell white gold. White gold.
I see. It sounds more like a popper.
White trousers.
I didn't do that one. Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my wage. And that wasn't. Did I? I think I said it was a reach when I did it. It is a reach. Yeah, it was a joke. Sorry. Right, forget it. Next. That's wacky, but I admit.
John Martin crate.
I've had a crate with my name on it. And I brought it home.
Right.
Okay, that's a reach.
Some self-actualization here, like, oh yeah, oh I am shit.
I think they're fine if they're not about you.
Cafe Paula.
That's good. Yankowski's in chat. He reminded me of Paula. Paula vapes. Paula gets a vape in. Paula's my sister-in-law. Don't be a dick. That is not a reach. All right, the next one's brilliant.
It's a double denim sighting.
That looks like James. We were walking through the square in Bruges. And I said to my wife, "I've got to stop." And she went, "Why?" And I went, "Try it for Cowboy." And she went, "What?" And I went like that. I went like, itch the side of my face. And she went, "Yeah, that's James." And then I took a picture.
It's just a man. It's just a man.
It's good to me. He's got
that I would not
he's
wear.
A silver fox as well, James. I was like,
look at the baggy arse on them jeans. I'm not wearing no baggy arse jeans. What shoes is he wearing?
Yeah,
two bags
James
on.
wouldn't be wearing no shoes.
Come on.
Come on. It was pretty good.
It made me laugh.
His wife's punching.
Yeah, she really is. I think it was his nan, to be fair. Right, we need to get past.
Right, it's just two more people walking.
No, that was brilliant. This was very popular at the time. That reminds you of Mark White's plastic crap, as he calls it.
Fucking hell, John.
You try taking a picture of a fat lady on the prom in Great Yarmouth. It's difficult.
Yeah.
That could be it. I mean, it's curved. It could easily be a battery on. Look, just get away from them.
There's a picture of a coil. It's IPA day. Treat yourself.
Okay, we had this. This is a doubler. No, not a doubler. We had a by Jill Smith and Fizz this week.
I don't know.
Last week, some week.
Is it a double submission?
Double submission. We had the same thing. So obviously the
what is a 13-turn pigtail stainless steel vessel?
Yes.
What is it?
It looks a bit like a coil. In real life, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have no idea what that is.
No. Happy birthday, Kate.
Okay, this one looked a little bit like John.
Oh yeah, sort of. He's fatter than me. He's got like 5 stone on me.
Yeah. It was alleged by Keith that this was a tripler. Now I cannot get 3 from this by any means, and I can appreciate a reach, but I cannot get 3 from this.
Where are we? Because I've got 2 Keiths. Which one? Haku.
Happy birthday, Kate. The future is bright. The fruit is orange.
3.
Change my mind.
I've got 1. Right. So you've got. If you want to pretend it's me. Number 2, I would say the future is bright. The future is orange. I'm going to go with Fizz.
All right, the fruit is orange. Yeah. Oh, you could have the future. The future of vaping is now that bullshit stuff from.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there's your 3.
Is that your 3? Blimey.
Yeah, orange is Fizz. Then we've got a bit of bullshit, fucking flaky fingers.
Could totally be that. Okay, let's one other one, Keith. We've had this one before.
Just add 300ml milk.
It's pretty good. I don't mind it.
Same font.
It's the same font. Yeah, it is the same font. Yeah. But it's not. It's slightly as isn't straight. That is, but that's fine.
This is a good one. This is from Kevin.
Oh, fuck me.
What's his name? Vape Mabukama? I don't know.
Give me. I saw him. I was with him last week in Bruges. He's Dutch.
So how do you pronounce his name?
Kevin.
Cool. That's from Kevin. Next we'll go on to Kevin here. We've had this one before. This is from Kev Watts. Yeah, we have. We've had it before.
Yeah, we've had it about 5 times.
But it's such a good one, and it's such a good one. And you know what? We just didn't have enough for this evening show. I was like, we'll stick that in there. Well, 73 is such a weird number. Let's have 74.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, from Len Burgess. Nice little... let's just take a little bit of a cheek yourselfie there. From Len Burgess. Lovely. Next one.
PC water cooling.
This was right. God, that's a pretty good one.
PC.
Not bad.
Oh, it did like that and PC as well, so I'll give it a doubler.
Family Fizz.
From Marksky, Family Fizz. He admitted himself it was a very very reachy one.
That is really bad.
Got Fizz in the title. Next one. I'm not sure this was it.
A child swearing.
This is from Matt English. Matt's little girl there. It's cute. That's cute as a button.
It's cute. We'll go with it. I don't care.
Let's not say anything.
Yeah.
Nice.
Looks like a mech. It's an Instagram story.
Matt Lothian. This is 2 things. He had no idea what they were, but they look. I mean, they're pretty bob on, aren't they?
I'm up for that.
Yeah. Picture of James Blythe.
This is from Michael Panic.
Really made me laugh. Like, he doesn't look like you, James, but if you had to have a stunt double, I'd be all right with that. If you had to just run past quick, I'd be like, yeah, it could be.
What if I do this?
Yeah. No, and he's got no chin either, not like you, but he's got you got to tuck it right in. No chin.
Excellent.
If you were an AIDS carrier.
Blimey. Okay, next one.
The crap. This is so shit.
It's a Star Wars trooper head.
I know Mick's watching, but this is wank. This is what it looks like in the background of Grim Green's video. Gives a shit. Nick is a lovely guy, but I don't give a fuck what he's got on his wall.
You've done better, Mick. You've done better. But next one, another one. Let's go to another one.
Halcyon.
Yeah, this is not a bad one. The Halcyon.
That looks like a drip tip, and you've got a Halcyon. That's pretty good.
That's from Miguel Salafim. Next one.
Old Guys Rule, Dark Side of the Shed.
Yeah.
Plank Lord.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I mean, you've got two things there. You've got one on the Shed from Mr. Shed. What's his name? Todd somebody or other. Him, and you've also got the Pink Floyd thing, which is kind of
Mick's crying in chat.
Which is
bullshit.
Strawberry Fields, E-Liquids. Next one.
It's a Carl Pilkington tattoo.
Yeah. And check out the username there, Richard, as well.
K Peanut.
He's a K Peanut. Who was it supposed to look like? It was supposed to look like Rick with a beard off, wasn't it, or something?
That's a reach.
That's what I said. It was a reach, and then I kind of tried to explain the fact that Richard are quite addicted to Carl Pilkington.
But we have had the old the bullshit button on from.
We had
bullshit,
but Richard didn't. But Rick didn't know what that was. He didn't know it was like the bullshit thing.
Did he not?
No, it was an accident.
God blimey.
Portuguese Bakery, Nart and Co.
We've had the Nautilus before, but it's a great one. That's from Mick Shawyer. Thanks very much, Rick. Next one.
Shed Day. DJ
Shed
Creeper.
Otto Clow. This is obviously the Shed thing is Mark Todd again. Lovely. Next one. Let's move them through.
Microphone.
Okay, this is from Oz Green. This is from Austin Green. This is does it mention ohms? Is that what it is?
It looks like a fucking mod in the foreground, doesn't it?
I mean, it's definitely a mod in the foreground. I think it's because it's got.
It's wank. Just move on.
It's poor, isn't it? It's poor. Next one is again from Austin. Oh, this one's a little bit better. This is stump pegs from a BMX. I presume he was buying them for his small child. I hope you're not buying them from yourself, Austin. No. Man, you're a grown dude. Next one.
Unless he's just got a new paper round.
Yeah. Let's get his mate on the back. Oh, yeah, go on the back. We'll do the papers together. It'll be twice as fast.
Fuck me. I should have done this 20 minutes so far.
Joan Martin.
Somebody said that, but it's an incredibly popular name. Martin's French. So many people called it. It's fucking pointless.
Yeah, but lovely with the 3 kisses. That's exactly something you would say, John, isn't it?
No, I never used 3. I did 2. We'll go over the top.
And she looks like you.
Oh, no, you said it. Yeah, you're right, Dad.
Yeah, nice. Next one.
SVA license plate.
Paul Hughes, lovely.
Paul Hughes, well done. There's a picture of a cat in a box.
Shit. That one's rubbish.
Paul Iverson, that's reminded him of a Billabong Borough.
Mod cat.
We've had this. Richard Jack. Sorry, dude. I'm sure we've had this donut before.
Resin and maple burl donut.
I've seen him do it. I saw him make it, but yeah.
Yeah. Looks cool. I can't remember. Next one, Russell Blair.
Oh, it's headphone wanker.
Headphone wanker from Raggy Dolls.
Yeah, from I'm sure. Next one.
It's 50p.
I'm not sure if I've had this one as well. This is the Schwa.
We have had the Schwa 50.
Yeah, Sam knew it. Next one.
How's that a Travava? The 50p?
Which one?
Because it's
Schwa.
Schwa of rice.
Sean Harding. It'll be a Pico because it's always
Pico, Pico. Next one, Steve Davidson. This is a good one. This is from Steve Cuz Davidson. I'm not sure what them
I don't hate it.
14 taps later.
Yeah, it's a thread tap.
Squonk Tears, Pale Ale.
From Steve. Neville, yeah, Squonk Tears obviously was Squonk.
That's where they got it from. Trev Larkin.
Absolutely. Next one from Trev Larkin.
It's some hoodies and cups.
Where are we?
Yeah, Talisman is a lovely. And that's it. That's it. We've done it. We've done it. We're finished, lads. We're finished. Is
that a new record?
What's my Rincoe?
Is that a new record?
Yes, I think it is a new record. Scotty Brookfoot. But how many John Martin are in your Facebook friends list? Me. Oh, it's quite good. Yeah, it's a stupid thing. I'd quite like it. There's about 1 billion people in the world with my name because it's John and it's French month. Lots of. Oh, I feel like I've survived something.
I think that wasn't it. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's not go away for 3 weeks ever again.
Let's not do that ever again.
Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button.
Yeah, please smash that. You know, 1 like equals 1 prayer.
Yeah, that's true actually. For every like we don't receive, we will kill people.
I might do that. It's Friday tomorrow. Fuck it. I don't care. Because if you could do them all before the end of the day, you take the weekend off and then you don't get charged. But I might do a couple. See what happens.
We need 60 billion likes or we will kill again. So that's the show. Thanks for watching and that. See you later.
Yeah, and I'll put the sponsored by Rincoe thing up. On,
that's crafty.
Yeah, on the group right about now.
What's it called again?
Good night.
What was it called?
Sponsored by Rincoe.